Champions Trophy 2014. What about that for a lineup? It's India versus Pakistan. So we are coming to you from the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar in India. And let me tell you, the atmosphere here is electric. Now, by our counting, there are about 5,000 seats. All of those are taken. There's about another 2,000 people on their feet in there, and we're well over the capacity of 7,000 here for this game between Pakistan and India. Well, both teams coming out onto the pitch now. Pakistan away to the left-hand side of your picture against India on the right-hand side. Both of them beating European stars of the game to get here to the semi-finals. India beating Belgium 4-2 in their quarter-final, whilst Pakistan beat the Netherlands by the same scoreline in theirs. So day 5 of the tournament and match 5 for both these two sides. And we have some special guests, as always, to meet the players. They'll start with the Pakistani side. And our guest this evening, Sri Dharamendra Pradham, who is the Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Petroleum and Natural Gas, meeting the Pakistani players there, escorted by Miss Alana Norman, the CEO of Hockey India. Alongside him is also Sri Sarbananda Sonowal, the Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Sports and Youth Affairs. Both gentlemen in good spirits, and as are the players. Big occasion this for everyone, particularly in the relatively small city of Bhubaneswar over on the east coast of India. Last few handshakes from our honorary guests, who will then take their place for the national anthems, having wished their home side the best of luck. Sellout crowd here for this one. India versus Pakistan. India ranked 9th in the world, Pakistan ranked 11th. Both of them having made it as far as the semi-finals. This is a fantastic evening for Asian hockey and Asian sport in general. soak in the atmosphere for a second here. Crunch game, place in the final up for grabs. The winner will go on and face Germany in the final, the loser to play for the bronze medal against Australia. But here we go. It's India versus Pakistan, and this is India's lineup with Srijesh in goal, Rupinder, Gajinder, Kotajit, Manpreet, Sardar Singh, Garbaj, Dinesh, Sunil, Akashdeep and Ramandeep in Roland Altman's starting 11. There is Roland, took over just a month or so ago as head coach from Terry Walsh. And there are India in the all-blue kit this evening here at the Kalinga Stadium. And their opponents this evening are Pakistan, who are just starting to try and find some form in this tournament. Played four, lost the first three, but won the all-important quarter-final against the Netherlands. They start with Butt in goal, Rizwan Senior, Waqas, Dilba, Mahmood, Imran the captain, Irfan, Butt, Bhuta, Abbas and Shan in the starting lineup for Sheikh Shanaz. Head coach just taking a quick breather. His work done for the first quarter. He'll get a chance to speak to his players again in 15 minutes at the end of the first quarter. But for now, that responsibility lies with Mohammed Imran, who tries to fire up his troops. Dion Nell from South Africa blows one end, and Eduardo Lozano the other from Spain. Lineups complete then for this second semi-final. Germany beating Australia by 3-2 just ahead of this game. And the crowd will now count us in to the second semi-final of the day. It's Pakistan versus India. Pakistan then to... Pakistan then to start things off for us here this evening. As we said, just that one win in the tournament so far, and looking to put a string of back-to-back wins together here against India. India who have really found some form in the last couple of games, beating the Netherlands, also going on and beating Belgium in their quarter-final match by 4-2. This is India playing from right to left. Gajinder at the back here. This is Rupinder. And alongside me in the commentary box is Simon Mason, the England and Great Britain goalkeeper. Simon, let's just try and get a sense of what this occasion means to everyone here, and obviously people that can't get the atmosphere back home. Try and give some indication as to what it's like, this atmosphere in Bhubaneswar.
Well, the emotions run so high. I mean, this is the pinnacle for these players, for starters, to play in this kind of phase of a competition with a chance of getting to the final. So this is probably the culmination of maybe 6, 9, 12 months of training in the middle of Olympic and World Cup cycles. For the players who aren't here, this is what they aspire to. And for the crowd who've come to watch, every single moment, there was a kilometre-long crowd to get tickets for this game. People just want to be here. They want to buy their way in, smuggle their way in, you name it.
They've tried everything. There's Pakistan's first circle entry. Rizwan Senior gets the ball first. Pakistan have possession again, but just tapped away for a long corner by Rupinder. Yeah, that was phenomenal this morning. The queue outside the ground, and they were queuing from 9 o'clock or so in the morning. Now gone 7:30 local time in the evening, so they've waited patiently, just to have that chance to get and see this game. A repeat of the Asian Games final. There's another crunch ball in from Pakistan, and Preet gathers the ball. There was a little shove on him there as well, and India come away with the ball.
It looks like in these early exchanges, Pakistan decided that the crunch ball, they'll test the Indian defence and see if they can get any outcomes. It's a little bit wobbly and skippy when a pitch has first been watered at the start of the game. So by putting some pressure on that Indian back line, Pakistan might look to get some outcomes, some cheap penalty corners, which at the start of this tournament, when I watched their corner routine, I thought they haven't got a corner routine. And then against Holland, they suddenly converted 3 from 3. It was the Imran and Irfan show.
Pakistan, who just fell short against India in the Asian Games, finished 1-1 in the final, and they're a sense of the physicality that we're going to see all evening here, but Dion Nell getting a firm grasp of it early on in the early minutes of this game. So yeah, 1-1 it finished in the Asian Games final. India going on and winning in the shootout by 4-2. India had lost 2-1 in the tournament as well to Pakistan in the group stage. So this is going to be a close run thing between these two teams. Sadar now slaps the ball forward. This is Kotajit. With probably one. Wrong side of the goal as well.
And he'll be looking for touches as Kotajit floats that in. Touches from a fantastically exciting forward line. You feel that Akashdeep and Ramandeep are just going to have to link together that little bit more if India are going to get a series of meaningful outcomes. It's been bitty what they've achieved so far. The best forward's been Sunil, who has 7 gears to every other player's 5 normally.
There is Sunil chasing down the ball. India's first line of defence as that one tries to get threaded in behind Akashdeep. Akashdeep, who scored 2 goals in the tournament. There's Sadar, who is holding firm in the midfield for India this evening. With Hindra at the back. And 2 on the score sheet twice so far in this tournament. Jinder also back there. It could be a threat from the head of the D from a penalty corner. Oh dear. It's a dangerous ball cross-field from Rapinda. Gabaj gathers it again, and now back through Gajinder. And Preet here on the near touchline. Bobbles off his stick, and Pakistan will have possession. It's Mohammad Wakas leaving it. And Bhutto will take. Irfan, he has a couple of goals in the tournament already. 3 in total as he crunches that one in, but a little bit dangerous, so that will be India ball. 0-0 if you're just joining us inside the first 5 minutes of the first quarter.
And those crash balls have all come in from exactly the same angle. Pakistan quite happy to come down this right-hand side, initially with Wakas, to then screen balls in off the sideline from Irfan and Imran.
Hindra just looking a little bit nervy there as he tried to aerial that one forward and couldn't get anything on it, but does recover with the tackle there. It's bounced off his foot, so Pakistan have the restart and decide to aerial it back into their own half almost. Imran, the captain, 35 years of age. Imran still going strong and inspiring his side. Here's another inspirational player, it's Sadar. Oh no, chance here for Pakistan to take the lead, and a good smothering tackle from Srijesh, who came out to tighten the angle down to their feet, and he had to narrow the angle, came out a good 5 yards off his line, if not more, to block this shot.
Yeah, Rapinda gets turned over, it goes into the circle. It's a brilliant bit of goalkeeping. Left hand down, good smother, body position up, spot on, head upright, eyes level.
Bumped into him ahead of this game, and he is pumped, as are all the team we're fortunate enough to be sharing a hotel with. It's the nicest of guys, the Indian boys, and wish them all the best here in this final. There's a cross-field ball that is cut out. But with that final touch, and India keeping on that press and trying to keep the intensity up and alive in this game. Here's Sadar, who's got 3 players around him. Fouled by at least one of those. And here's Lalit. This is more like it from India.
That's a corner, surely. That's a massive push.
Oh, yeah, it's a big shove in the back.
It's a huge shove in the back.
The Maya just there, and the umpire just asking the players to cut it out. It was Mohammad Irfan that went in with that push, as he said, not even a tackle. Now a chance again for Pakistan to break. This is Rasool. Sadar tracking back. Raganor as well, coming in with a bit of muscle.
A man of his size, he gets around the pitch exceedingly well. The athleticism of Raganor, despite his width and depth and breadth of chest.
Restart from Rizwan Senior. Now the ball crossed, and looking for the deflection, it's just wide of Srijesh's post. That's the best chance of the half so far, and it fell to Bhutta on the far post for this deflection.
It's a beautiful flat cross. Bhutta slid in between 2 defenders. That's not great defending from the Indian backline. He's come through as players get ball focused. Lakra at the front of that should really have done better. Bhutta had every chance. The goal was gaping. Srijesh would not have got there.
Srijesh was stranded on that occasion. Fortunately for India, no harm done. Here's Sadar. India look to rebuild through Darren Veer. Rupinder now. Gabaj with the overlapping run. There's a bit too much weight on it, and he's not going to catch that.
And what the Indian front line need to do is identify But Mohammed Imran and Mohammed Irfan, if they get split apart, are quite vulnerable and isolated if they go to one-on-one defence. When they play together as a unit, they're effective. But when they do get pulled into different positions, it's not quite as good. So if the Indians can run off each other's shoulders and go through the channels, they'll do better.
3 Indian coaches there, 3 Roland Altmans, imagine that. Someone must have tipped water on him and he's multiplied. India 0, Pakistan 0. We've got 7 minutes just under to play in this first quarter. Pakistan sitting back in a half-court press, looking to just pinch the ball off India here as Dalanveer plays it back out and around, and this is Rapinda. First time ball forward, it's going to find its target. Kept in play. Now India come forward again. Manpreet, Wagonaut. Fouled. Takes the quick free hit, self-pass to get going. Little Jalebi turn, goes down.
Nothing there, absolutely nothing there. There's no contact, he's called the referral. Now that's interesting because he definitely put the signal up for the referral. I thought there was no contact in the circle at all.
I think Dion Nil just waved him away, the umpire on the other side, and said, don't be silly. Did look like he lost his footing. Cottagit into Manpreet. Back to Cottagit. This is Lakra. Local lad. Forward ball looking for Ramandi. Advantage played from the umpire, and he'll bring it back for the defence just outside the dotted line. Utapa over the ball. This is Manpreet again. Route 1 ball this time cut out, and Pakistan had that line to goal well covered. At least 3 green shirts in there protecting it.
Yeah, that's when Mohammed Imran can set his defence well in front.
Pakistan obviously nicknamed the green shirts as well, and 3 times Olympic champions.
Sorry, Maya, huge stick obstruction. This is the spin. His back leg does get pulled away from himself. It's very true, it's accidental.
Dalanveer now through the heart of the field. Breaks 3 tackles and pops it onto a foot. India enjoying a large amount of the possession in the last couple of minutes, but it was Pakistan who started the strongest, and it was Pakistan who had the best chance in the quarter so far through Mohammed Bhuta. Here come Pakistan again then, down the left-hand flank this time. They haven't got much ahead as far as an attack goes. That was Kadir. That takes the ball as far as the halfway line. We've got 3 waiting in the wings for Pakistan to come on, so fresh legs. And all the players working hard out there. A bit of stick tackle, I think. Yeah, umpire blowing in Pakistan's favour. Thamar went in there, but I think a stick block given. So Thamar again drives forward onto the backhand, looks for the deflection. There's a chance, got to be a walking goal, hasn't it? No, penalty corner.
Under Imran, but that got stuck there. Fortunately, he's dived on top of the ball. I'm not sure he knew where it was. If he did and it was deliberate, measure 3 coaches again, all looking at a penalty corner.
Yeah, got stuck under butt. Let's have another look at it from this angle.
Dhamaya comes in, delivers a great reverse stick ball, comes off the defender and underneath the goalkeeper. All of a sudden, Abbas dives over the top, doesn't know a lot about it, hits him in the face and comes back before there's the potential obstruction, but he has no idea where the ball is.
So it's penalty corner number 1 of the evening, and it goes India's way. Gajinda is set at the top of the D. There he is. He looks like the favourite. Raghunaut away to his right-hand side.
This will go left castle with Sunil running a deflection run down the middle.
It's Gajinda to open the scoring. He does. Gajinda for India. And India have the lead inside the first quarter. India 1, Pakistan 0.
Yeah, and around the umpire in the circle. It's a great execution from Gajinda. The Pakistanis have gone to TV, and I can tell you what they'll be asking for. The Indians did it in the last game. Sunil runs off the front of the castle to create a potential obstruction, but he's too far away. Okay. He runs towards the goalkeeper.
Peanut. Team referral, Pakistan. They say that the runner, the first wave running out, is blocking, causing an obstruction.
Off the left-hand castle, watch Sunil's run. He runs down the middle. That to me isn't, he's not blocking anybody. All he's doing is distracting the number 1 runner. He runs in there, he moves out the way. He's 10 yards away from the goalkeeper. All he's doing is distracting Rizwan Senior. Rizwan Senior could have run inside him quite happily. He's not running at him.
Well, for me as well, no reason to change the decision. Let's see what the video umpire says, though. Got Peter Wright in there today, who's relaying his message down to Dion now.
No obstruction, okay?
There it is, no obstruction. Goal stands. 1-0 to India. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Gajinda getting his second goal of the tournament.
Now Shanaz has gone up to the bench because he's not happy with something. Video referral, but you look at the distances. Yes, I absolutely agree that Sunil is running off the left castle in a straight line. He's running in a straight line, but everybody's allowed to do that.
Yeah, it didn't look like any obstruction. Have a closer look at it in slow motion here.
Sunil runs, number 24 you're looking at. Rizwan Senior gets distracted.
Yeah, no doubt about the finish. Let's give credit to Gajinda where it's due. It was accurate, it was low, it was in the keeper's corner, and India have the lead here. Pakistan have lost their referral as well, remember. They went to the video referral there and had it thrown out. Here is Gajinda, the goal scorer, to Cottagit. Just the start India would have wanted in this first quarter. Manpreet in the midfield. There's Sadar in support. Nudge in the back there for Sadar. He'll be used to that by now. Cool, calm customer on the ball. There's Gajinda with the restart to find Rupinder, whose first touch wasn't quite up to scratch. Irfan. Good tackle from Rupinder. Ramandeep now lays it off on the reverse stick. Rupinder driving forward.
That's a super tackle. Two men not in a real, physically, completely uncontested space. And all of a sudden, Rupinder, even with his reach, can't get round Ashraf, who dives full length in front of him.
It'll be a free hit for Pakistan inside their own half. Couple of minutes to try and get one back if they can. There's Rupinder again at the heart of the action, this time at full stretch. Sadar gets his eyes up. Good pre-scan from there to see where the threat was coming in from the green shirts.
I mean, it would have been interesting to hear what Ronald Altmans had said to Rupinder Pal, because over the course of this tournament he's been brilliant when he's played to his strengths. Tackles beautifully, long range of passes, but when he carries the ball into midfield he quite often gets turned over. So when he tries to do the intricate little stuff, I've been saying to him, right, just pick your passes, play down safe channels, distribute the way you do, front to back, and we'll do well.
Now India could do this all night long if they want. No harm in that.
Not very exciting for 7,000 people.
Well, it's certainly not, but it's a sort of German style indoor fashion, just retaining possession. Cottagit puts it through the legs of Bhuta. Manpreet now spreads the ball out to Garbage. Ramandeep ahead of him. Oh, with a slip there, and Pakistan now will come away with it. Here's the counter down. A little shove on the back. No, that's not good either. I think that's a card. Garbage, who lost possession, sort of knows this already. For the push in the back, he's going to get a yellow. So that's at least 5 minutes in the sin bin. And India will finish the half with 10 players. This is why.
Yeah, Garbage has put the stick accidentally between Dilber's legs to try and get the ball, but there's a push after that and then he falls on top of him, none of which is pretty.
More like scenes from a rugby match, that one. Garbage going in, colliding with his opposite number, and here's that great tackle that you mentioned earlier from Ashraf.
That's a super sliding tackle, because if he got any part of Rupinder Pal before he got the ball, that had penalty corner written all over it.
Some slight concern here whether Mohammed Dilber has taken quite a knock. The physio's had to come on, I think. No, they haven't waved him on just yet. If he does, of course.
Yeah, he is. He's down in the huddle. He's down in the huddle. He's walking off with him now. He just happens to be wearing exactly the same kit.
We're hearing 10 minutes for that push. So 10 minutes, that yellow card for India, and that means they'll finish this final quarter, and then they'll go into the second quarter for 9 minutes with 10 men. At the time for Pakistan to strike then, and that'll be a long corner. Final touch came from Gajinda as we enter that final minute now. India 1, Pakistan 0. Gajinda putting India ahead.
And the that'll mean in that break is that Coach Shanaz Sheikh is going to have to decide what he wants to do specifically, because he'll need to change his tactics, because he's got plenty of time to try and actually execute a specific technical plan to unpick an Indian defence that's a man down.
Yeah, Gabaj, who normally plays over on the right side of the field, that right defence, right half, if you will. That's where Pakistan have the ball now, trying to find a way through. This is Irfan again, the ball comes into the circle, takes a deflection, long corner again. Final play of the quarter.
Pakistan are going to do that. India just need to get a man in the face of the distributor so he can't get his eyes up and make good passes, so they're more hopeful.
There's a little deflection. Can they get a penalty corner here with the last play? Yes, they can. That's come off a foot. That has come off an India foot in the circle. So the penalty corner will stand. It's Pakistan's first of the night. And we'll take a closer look whose foot it came off. There's the coach looking on. But it's a really good opportunity. We know how well the Pakistani penalty corner routine is working. A good chance to level things up here going in at the end of the quarter.
I'd suggest you have to run what's called a 2-and-2 defence. The ball goes to the baseline and just gets fired across, and it's off a stick and a foot of Kotajit in front of Srijesh. India have to run two men off the right-hand side. All the routines that Pakistan have done are to their attacking left.
There's Imran, the captain. Irfan alongside him, the number 8. It's the captain that takes it, looks for the deflection, back to the injector. They did just that, India, and ran out hard and fast, but couldn't find the deflection. So at the end of the quarter, it's India 1, Pakistan 0. What a first quarter then. India going ahead through Gajinder Singh, but Pakistan could have drawn level there with that last play.
Last play of the day out. They've still gone out to the defensive left-hand side. Everybody's got sucked in. Kotajit's into the penalty spot. It's a good delivery from the captain. It's just a swing from Rizwan Senior that is off target. Sheikh Shanaz knows that was the chance, because it was a routine that was not covered.
Yeah, India didn't see it coming. Pakistan unable to convert. They do get a short break now, and India, remember, down to 10 players. Gabaj serving a 10-minute suspension for his yellow card push, and that means Pakistan will have the advantage going in at the start of the second half.
The other issue with that 10-minute yellow is it starts to set a precedent for what cards might come out as the game progresses. If the yellow's already been given, will the umpires go back to greens for minor offences, or is it just going to be a continuation of that level of penalty?
Around then, their coach Roland Hawkins, Sardar Singh as well, very vocal in there. Just looks like he's vocalising that get your feet out of the way by lifting and jumping up in the air like that. What do you think?
I'd agree with you completely. It can't be anything else. It just has to be protect your feet in the first instance, get your stick on the floor, and then jump your feet off using your stick as an anchor point.
Just one goal that separates the two sides then. Indian fans in good voice at the moment. There's the Pakistani goalkeeper, Imran Butt. Just the one goal in it so far. Gajinder Singh, and 11 minutes for India. It's Pakistan to get us underway in the second quarter. 15 minutes to go until half-time. Pakistan playing from left to right, looking to attack that goal to the right-hand side. And remember, Gabaj off in the sin bin for 9 minutes now. So that's 9 minutes India will play with just 10 men. And Pakistan take advantage of that. One penalty corner at the end of the last quarter. There was no whistle from the umpire, so Srijesh came out flying in the air, took a little deflection. There's going to be another save to make here, through the legs almost, as Srijesh sweeps it away. And some complaints coming in there, that was deliberate. Ahmed Butt is the first to go over to the umpire, but Srijesh getting something behind it. Thought he might have been megged there for a second.
I did. He got his backside down to the floor to get his feet together. And I'd agree with the Pakistanis that there was a hint of a deliberate knock off the baseline.
There's a deflection into the roof of the net, and Pakistan get their equaliser. It's the number 18, Kadir getting his second goal of the tournament. He watched that every inch of the way, and that is a world-class finish into the roof of Srijesh's net. It's India 1, Pakistan 1.
This is the second phase of play down the baseline. They've got in there, swept across, and that is a fantastic touch inside the near post. Srijesh reacts after it's hit the net behind him. That's not a deflection, that's a played hit at goal, open hand, sweeping across and deflecting high.
Pakistan able to convert that pressure of having the extra man and have levelled things here on 16 minutes through Kadir. India 1, Pakistan 1. So India have to go back to the drawing board. This is Gajinder, the goal scorer for India, who put them ahead on 11 minutes. Upindapal gets that aerial right this time, finds Sadar, who almost brings it down under control, but is being tracked back by Mohammed Irfan, and then bundled over. Quick to go over and apologise for that. There's Sunil, high ball in, taken in the midriff by Mahmood.
Good reaction from Salah. He could have easily reacted to that based on what had happened to get the yellow card earlier on in the game. Could have all of a sudden been some chest to chest, and that's good control from two international athletes.
This is where India do have to be careful. They have to give a bit of ground, because remember they're a player down, so sitting back and just trying to absorb as much pressure as they can with 13 minutes left to go until half time. Never ideal playing with 10 players, and Pakistan certainly getting around the back rather easily, and there was another deflection chance there for Bhutta again, who had a deflection effort in the first quarter, and this is how close he's come in the second.
It's nearly identical. Look at the marking. There's Gajinder in the middle of the circle. He's nowhere near Bhutta. It's down his left foot. There's a massive channel there, and that should have been a goal in anybody's book.
From what we've seen here, it looks as though Pakistan are targeting that first ball in, that crash ball from the right-hand side, looking for those deflections.
Absolutely they are, and what I'm surprised to see is there are more Indian rotations to keep the intensity up of one of the forward runners, because if that front line of two, and it looks like Altmans has gone to a 3-3-2 in this situation, if that front two can't do the lateral running because they get tired, all of a sudden Pakistan can take it to the corners and play simple balls in line to goal, and they'll get outcomes.
Rizwan Senior crunches one over to this near touchline. It's mistrapped by Rasul. Wasn't the easiest of passes to complete and take. This is Danish. Akashki. A little bit hesitant there, and then just plays it onto his own foot. Pakistan once again with the restart. We're saying Pakistan, the 3 times winners of the Champions Trophy. Last won it in 1994 though, taking home the gold medal on home soil in Lahore. I think you were there, weren't you, mate?
I was. It was my first international tournament. 1994, yeah, we played against them. Fantastic crowds there as well.
Kashti tracking back, and both these sides looking to book themselves a place in the final tomorrow against the Germans. India just enjoying a comfortable spell of possession here. And it was Manpreet this time that just got his body in the way there and just held the Pakistani attacker up a little.
And Dimna with a wry smile, because as Manpreet led into that tackle, he led in with his stick to cover up the ball. Left shoulder came round and protected the space.
Well, if Pakistan can get this one in, there'll be another deflection chance. It's come up off a foot. It'll be a free hit on the dotted line. Must move 5 metres now, which it does. Pakistan now trying to get the ball in. They're opting to come all the way around.
Well, the communication for India is going to be crucial here, because Pakistan aren't trying to go one-on-one into the circle. They're trying to play into the bottom corners.
The tackle from Ravinder, he's got nothing ahead of him, so just tucks the ball in at full stretch for Akashdeep. He can come forward, has Sunil there. Great first touch from Sunil. He takes it into a bit of space, looks to bring there, and he gets a penalty. Gets the penalty corner. Walked down just inside the circle. He went down rather softly, but there was definitely a shove there on Sunil, and so the Pakistani defence can't really complain too much. Rashid Mahmood goes back to do some defending.
You were right, the first touch from Sunil was brilliant. That's the contact. There's nothing wrong with that. Sunil had tried to go into the circle. There's the shove. It's the head and shoulder of Rashid that goes into Sunil. He does get taken down, but it meant he could never get anywhere near the ball.
It's 1 from 1 for India from their penalty corners. No Gajinder though. He was the goal scorer on 11 minutes, but there is Rapinda and also Raghunath.
With Sunil in exactly the same position.
Looks like it's going Rapinda's way this time. Takes the flick. Keeper watched it and then battered away for a sideline ball. It was a comfortable height in the end for Imran Butt. Sideline ball, restart. And right now into their own half. India have to rebuild. Cottaget. Little floated ball into the midfield. Oh dear, a slip there from Dinesh and has it robbed off him. Bhuta now. There's Razwan Senior. Aerial ball gathered by Butt. Slapped into the circle again. Danger there from the Pakistani player. Just came in swinging with his stick. It was Rizwan Senior that conceded the free hit. Let's take another look at the corner.
Flick from Rapinda but it goes straight at Butt. He doesn't read it particularly well. But Mohammad Imran on the line can see it all the way, clears it clean.
Rapinda now to Raghunath on the far side. This is Darren Veer. Beats his player and now drives forward, gets his eyes up with complete ball. We're looking to come back out through Darren Veer. Gone to the baseline. Deep, just chipping over, but unable to find a foot and earn India another penalty corner. Remember, India's still down to 10 players. Gabaj still sat out on his 10-minute suspension. Took that card in the first quarter, and we're now fast approaching the halfway mark of the second quarter. Still India 1, Pakistan 1. Pakistan getting back into it on 16 minutes through Kadir. Deflected goal. Look in the highlights, that's for sure. Is Imran into the midfield. Just softly laid back now to Bhuta. And then again cross field.
That's what Pakistan need to do, is just recycle the ball side to side, because it will punish the Indian forward line. Upate having to run side to side, long shuttles, and when he can't get there, then Sada has to stand and step out with a nice easy ball in from Mohammad Imran.
Just wonder how much this one-man deficit is going to take its toll. Great tackle again from Rapinda. Really getting his eye in there now. Throws that one in Sadar. Ramandeep. Oh dear, what was he thinking there? What was he thinking?
Sada needs to get back into the heart of his defence. He'd overlapped Ramandeep. It was a dreadful pass across the middle of the pitch. Didn't need to go there at all.
Wakas thumps that one in. Too high. 7 minutes to go then.
And the goalkeeper, you can see in your shot, he's doing his nut at his captain. He stepped out to the top of the league, taking his helmet off, and is demanding that Sadar just sits in that central midfield role and doesn't do the long leg work up front. I disagree with him to a small extent, and the counter-attack was effective, but Ramandeep's pass was dreadful. Sadar being sort of talismanic midfielder, everybody plays off him. Does need to just occasionally hold his role, particularly at the moment when they have less men.
Indoor spell dragged forward from Sadar, which finds its target. Lalit's now around the back.